Hey Mario Karters and Frenzy fans, welcome to our channel.
We've got the Bowser versus Peach or Peach versus Bowser most valuable items episode coming to you.
Yeah, we do.
Sorry it's taken a little bit of time, but that's because this is all we have, is just a little bit of time.
We have a little bit of time. So much time that I'm like, they're gonna have to deal with my appearance right now because I don't have time to do anything.
So let's jump into it. Let's take a look at the most valuable items that were voted for.
By
this
the way,
week, there were actually a bunch of people that participated in the survey. I was really happy.
Me too. And I'm having so much fun putting this together. So before we get going, if you guys are new, the most valuable items is something, it's all community-driven data. We put out surveys each week. You tell us what you're playing. We report back to you guys, so you can hopefully pick up on some trends on how Mario is actually rewarding the player base for our investments.
Yeah.
So if you haven't not filled out this week, go to frenzyfans.com/MVI, and then that right now, what is currently live is
It's the second week in the
baby tour.
cat tour.
Yeah, that one.
Yep.
Cool.
I think it's the Pink Gold Peach Cup.
Cool.
So head on over to frenzyfans.com/MVI and vote for what you're using.
And I'm actually really excited this. This is week number what of doing this?
Oh, I think we're 7 in? Let's see here.
Eight tours in.
Tours. So we started in the Sky Tour, which was the tour right before level 8 dropped.
Yep.
So we had the Sky Tour, the Me Tour, the Samurai Tour, Yoshi Tour.
Yep.
Amsterdam Tour, Doctor Tour, and now Peach versus... So we're 7 tours in.
7 tours in. So here's the fun thing is, to be brutally honest with you guys, when we first launched this, he's a data guy. I'm a time-saving individual. And I didn't know if this was going to actually be, like, information over time that became really valuable. But he's like, just trust me. And I was like, okay, we can do it. I'm trusting you. The data that's coming through is actually really cool. Like, I'm actually able to see these trends and these numbers now and see how that they might benefit me, like, actually making decisions in the future with my current loadouts, but also seeing trends and how Mario, aka Nintendo, behaves and future investments. So, like, this, it's really cool to see this. So I'm excited to get into it. All that to say, you were right. Well done.
Okay.
All right, so diving in first. This was the first week of the Peach vs. Bowser tour. So for Koopa Cape, Gegshi came in. He's such a cutie.
He's an all-star.
I love him.
Look at this, 61% of everyone that voted in the Koopa Cape. That's almost 2/3 of everyone.
Yeah.
And this is like a brand new driver that A, they pulled for, and B, have leveled up enough.
Coinbox drivers are king. Whether you're a Coinbox driver and like them or not, in the community, they're king. So.
But then Pauline Party Time actually kind of surprised me.
Did she?
Beating out Charging Chuck? Yes.
Totally surprised me.
I would have thought that many more people would have had Charging Chuck.
Yeah.
At a higher level than Party Time Pauline, so.
Yep. I like it. And Gegshi was a good investment for me. I took him to level 6 right away. Mm-hmm. And then I think he's now at...
Isn't he fully maxed? Isn't he 8?
Yeah, he is. I was like, now he's at 7? Nope, he's fully maxed.
He's 8.
Yeah. All right, so moving to the carts.
Gold Cheap Charger and the Jukebox Buggy.
Yep.
And so then we got the Rose Taxi and then No Top Shelf.
Yeah.
11% of people that were surveyed didn't have a top shelf, which, I mean, we've kind of seen with a lot of these brand new courses.
Yeah.
Nintendo seems to know exactly what carts to pick to make it really hard to have a top shelf on.
And we all know this, like, intuitively, but it's fun seeing this pop up. Like, if you guys at all are wanting to understand, like, how Nintendo is operating from, like, a business standpoint, you can see that, like, this week, I became a customer of theirs because I so wanted to eat on the jukebox wagon. So this was, like, one of the packs that I bought recently. Mm-hmm. Took him to level 4 right away because I have a rule. I don't buy a pack unless I'm willing to level it up. But it's fun to see. Well, it's just fun to see over and over again now that I'm actually, like, looking at the back data instead of just moving on to the next thing. That, yep, this was a week that packs were available. And we're seeing that this tour, too. The weeks that I do not have carts, there are some pretty, or like low-level carts, there's some nice packs to encourage us all to spend. But don't do it if you don't want to. All right, gliders. This is such... I just love this glider. I love this glider.
Do you?
I love I love the look of this glider. Really...
Tell us one more time. How do you really feel about it?
Well, when you said do ya, I thought you meant like, do you like playing with it, or talking about all the meta and skill? No, that aside, like, I just love the look of it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And then I think I actually used the Wicked Topaz, but I still have it at level 1.
Okay.
But I kind of have a feeling about the Wicked Topaz. You also see the green sprout here. There are a lot of people in the community that are excited about the green sprout. So it's interesting to see, though, that only 7% of people that were surveyed and had the green sprout that voted for it.
Yep.
So either we need more of the green sprout game to be participating in the MVI survey, or maybe it just wasn't that pulled for. I don't know.
Okay, fun fact. I was so uninterested in the Doctor Tours that when the pink magnifying glider was released, like, I didn't pay much attention to it. It wasn't until today, like literally today, when I was doing some other type of data stuff, that I realized it's the magnifying glass and not the magnifying glass. I was like, this is a misspell. Oh, I see what they did.
Mario might be a dad.
Yeah, it took me a long time, so welcome to my world. All right, Toad Circuit T.
All right, so this one was an oldie but a goodie course.
Yeah, it was.
So you'll see that top 10, there wasn't a no top. I don't think you were going to see no top shelf for any of these things, because it's one of the original courses. And you got these really good ones. You got Peach, Nabbit, and then Rosalina Volendam.
I had so much fun on this course with her. I haven't been big into the boomerang characters until recently when I got her. She's the first one I've actually taken up to level 6. And I've just been having so much fun with her. And this course was kind of like... it was my first go at truly grinding boomerang. And I had a blast.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, because I ended up using Peach, and it was not fun.
I was using someone else before I took her up, and then I was like, nope, this is the time I'm going to do it. So this was the course that encouraged me to invest in her, and I was having a blast.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate it, but I was having a blast. You know, like one of those boomerang.
This one is better than the normal Toad Circuit, though, where it's like that first quarter mile is just nothing. Like, you have to do like mini turbos.
Yep.
You have to drive drunk.
Yeah.
Until you get to anything to help you out with your combo. So yeah, I hate that one. So I'll take the T one any day.
Cool. All right, moving on. You explain this one while I silence my phone.
Yeah. So again, here no top shelf, and the number 1 used cart was Mushmallow, which is a common cart, and then we got the Combo Cruiser, which is a high end, but then Birthday Girl. Yeah. Is also a common card. Yep. So,
and I was using the Happy Ride. That was one of the first commemorative packs I purchased way back in the day. Yeah. And I have that at a high level, so that was fun to have that one come back.
Frostwing is up on the radar there. 3% of people ended up using the Frostwing.
Oh, cool.
That was one of those special pipe, like, spotlight items.
Cool. And then we got the Gold Glider.
And so this actually has me scratching my head a little bit. Because there are so many gliders available for Toad Circuit T, but literally only 5 gliders of all of those got any votes.
That's fascinating.
Isn't that crazy?
It is, but at the same time, the Gold Glider is such a staple that unless you're literally a brand new player, like in the past year, you're likely to have it.
And then that question mark block one is a super. It's super easy to get to high levels. Yeah. But this just looks like a brand new introduced course. Yeah. Only having 5 being voted for, like.
Yeah, the Mushroom Glider is at the Mushroom 8-bit.
No, so the Mushroom Glider is, it looks like the Gold Glider, but it's got a super mushroom on it, and it's a super glider. Okay, cool. I had the same thought too. I was like, oh no, did I misspell that? Is there supposed to be an 8-bit right before that? Nope. But no.
Cool.
So it's the Mushroom Glider.
Cool. All right.
And Now Vanilla Lake. Do you remember how short this one was? This is probably one of the most memorable courses because it was so short and we couldn't get more than like 120 actions, which is just absurd for Mario Kart Tour.
120 actions if you were driving a Lucky 7 driver.
Right.
I was with Peach Wintertime and I was struggling.
Yeah, it's brutal. It was a tough track.
Yeah, it was rough.
So yeah, Mario Satellaview, this is one of his strong courses where there's no other like real good like plus skill driver, so he kind of like takes the cake here. So 28%.
So this was actually a fun course.
Oh, and Daisy Holiday's here. Sorry.
No, you're good.
She's Lucky 7 too, but she was available much sooner in the game and kind of hard to come by.
Yeah, this was a fun course for me to use the Frenzy Fans calculator because it was a very unique situation where I had Peach Wintertime up at like level 5 or 6, I don't even remember. But she was fairly high, and then Mario Satellaview was pretty low, but we could get a lot more action counts with Mario Satellaview. So it was fun using the calculator and playing with the different combinations to see like what I had to take Mario Satellaview in order to like overtake Peach Wintertime at a lower action count. And my initial gut was like, no, Peach Wintertime is crap on this course. This is my chance to level up Mario Satellaview. But it would have taken so many tickets, it wasn't worth it. So I'm glad I had the calculator.
Yeah, just for like the extra like 20 actions at like 58 bonus points per action or something like that. Yeah.
So anyways, it was just nice to see the score difference between the two without actually investing. All right, and then we got the carts.
So we got the Silver King.
I'm sure you're happy about that one.
I love it. Every time that pops up in ranked, it's like, yes. Cactice, Rambi Runner, and Vampire Flyer. So these are all like really, really good carts to invest in.
Yep.
You know, I think Studfit's, he's got his trifecta carts, and I think the Vampire Flyer's in there with I think the Silver King and I forget the last one. Anyway, I don't think it's the Rambi Runner, but I know that the Rambi Runner. Is it the Rambi Runner or the Rambi Rider that's here?
Is there a difference?
Yeah, one's the Super that was only available in like a purchased pack. Like it's never been.
You guys can correct us, or we'll.
Because for some reason I'm thinking that it's the high-end one that's here.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't really use. I think I have the high-end one at level 1, and I don't have the super, so I always get them confused. So
totally.
I apologize, but I'm pretty sure that this is correct because when I'm making the survey,
Yeah.
Usually people call me out if I'm like way wrong on something, and if 16% of people used a cart that actually isn't there, that'd be kind of weird.
Cool. All right, moving on.
And then the Aurora balloons, Black Tobin balloon, Ship's Wheel, Candlelight Flight, Wonderful Wings.
Yep.
So the Wonderful Wings was a double feature.
And my Luigi Parafoil, all the way down
all
to
the way
number
down
9.
2%.
Yeah, I loved it.
Nice.
All right.
Okay, so now Wario Shipyard RT.
This course, let me.
You don't like it? Who are you using? Do you remember?
I was probably using one of the drivers on the screen. I was probably using Charge and Chuck.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Along with 35.6% of the people surveyed.
Yep.
In Mario Satellaview, so over half, or just right about at half.
Yeah.
Of the people that were surveyed were using a Lucky 7 driver on this course.
It wasn't a horrible course. I just struggle with the Wario Shipyards. I think it's a fun course, but I don't like it.
Okay, fair enough. And so then, we have like Dr. Bowser and stuff on there too. As far as the carts, Sakura Hop Rod, Jukebox Buggy, so double feature.
Yep, that's what I used.
That tour. That no top shelf, 15.2%. Still. With Warrior Shipyard, which has been out for a little bit.
Yeah.
And the Armored Rider. White Snow Skimmer. That's the one I used.
All right. Moving on to the gliders.
Okay. Then the Wonderful Wings.
Yep.
Ship's Wheel got tied there.
Yeah, it did.
Gold Eggshell Glider. Record setter. The No Top Shelf. So that was 5th most popular voted for choice.
I used Wario's mustache on this one.
Did you?
I think he was one of my few top shelves.
See, I was debating.
We're
I
the
was really
record setter.
wanting to put tickets on the Wicked Topaz, and it would have been a double or maybe triple feature. But on these other courses, it overlapped with gliders like that I already have completely maxed out, like the Wonderful Wings. So
makes sense.
yeah.
All right, Koopa Cape.
Koopa
Luigi
Cape Tea.
Vacation. Bernie.
Yeah.
Bernie always comes to the party.
And then Rosalina Volendam. So
Oh my goodness, I had so much fun.
A couple of boomerang drivers.
Yep.
Lots of boombox opportunity.
Uh-huh.
And then No Top Shelf coming in at number 5.
Yep. I'd like to say that I love this course, but I took 9th this week.
Yeah, it was a rough one, huh?
We were traveling, and I just didn't have the loadout, so I just let it be.
Then we got the White Bruiser.
Yep.
And Lunar Cruiser and Roaring Racer for top 3 here.
Yeah.
Koopa Cape Tea and then No Top Shelf.
Do you like the Lunar Cruiser?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I think it looks really cool. Mm-hmm. And then it's way nice that like the solar panels that it has on the side.
Yeah. Pick up stuff.
The hitbox.
Uh-huh.
I love it.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
And then the coconut one. Shoot. We liked the coconut one so much when it came out.
I took it to level 6.
Yeah.
No shame, no shame. It has such a small hitbox. This was...
But did you use that on this one?
I sure did.
I think you did.
Or I used the Lunar Cruiser. I can't remember. One of the two.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what do we have for gliders here? Golden Wings.
Yep. Golden Wings.
Everyone says it's the best glider around.
Yeah.
I've got a level 1 still, so I haven't jumped on the Golden Wings bandwagon yet.
One day you will.
Yeah, I had the 8-bit Flyer Flower already at level level 5 though.
That's impressive. Yeah.
So yeah,
Cool.
it's fun to see. So we got the Sky High Flyer that was used a little bit. Aurora balloons. So yeah. Okay, now Bowser's Castle 2R. I love the old school Bowser Castle ones.
Me too. I was so excited when this one came out. This was the saving grace of the second week of the tour for me because once again we were crazy busy. Second, my loadouts were not allowing me to like even try to compete well. But this was just such a fun course. I had so much fun. Like it brought me a lot of joy that week.
I think this was the first time that the question block me suit was available, and so we had
some people did it, which means there are 1.5% of people who leveled it up and who took the survey to warrant use it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this is fascinating. Because I feel like in order to use the block me suit, you had to take it above Dry Bones Gold or Bowser Santa.
Right.
Which means 1.5% of people took it to, I would assume, at least level 6.
Yeah. And then probably had it triple capped in order to be able to get a lot of extra base points.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Koopa Clown!
Yeah, so you got all these baddie carts. You got the Koopa Clown, Koopa King, Silver King, Cactar, Banana Master, Gilded King.
So Silver King was a double or triple feature? Double feature,
At least a double, yeah.
Cool. All right.
Oh, and the Banana Parafoil. It's one of those that, like, when a course with it pops up.
Yep. Every time I see it, I just think, the money's in the banana stand.
We'll get the insurance money from it. We burned it down, Pops. You idiot. Yeah. The money was in the banana stand.
Anywho, sorry. A random tangent.
Dry Bowser umbrella.
Arrested Development, if you didn't catch the drift, but no. Okay.
Great Black Sail, or Black Great Sail, yeah. So I think this is one of those that Black Great Sail and Dry Bowser umbrella, they kind of overlap, and so I think you've either taken one or the other.
Yep.
I don't know that people are both going to have these at like level 8
and
triple uncapped. You probably have either one or the other to higher.
For sure.
Okay.
Or you're me and have both of them high. But hey.
Oh, that's right. Huh?
Story for another day. Alright, which is the best looking one?
Oh, yeah. What do we think here?
I'm torn between Koopa Cape and Vanilla Lake.
Koopa Cape, okay, and Vanilla Lake. All right. Yeah, I think if Bowser's Castle, if it would have had the Silver King with Bowser Santa, that would have probably...
That would have been cool, yeah.
That, but I don't know. Koopa Cape... Oh, so you were saying Koopa Cape, not Koopa Cape T. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so all that gold there. That is pretty nice looking.
Yep. Let us know which color combination do you like the best.
There isn't a real bad clashing one. Mm-mm. Maybe Koopa Cape T.
And Wario Shipyard RT. I don't really see
Charging Chuck
being like, I want the pink hop rod. Yeah.
That's a good point.
But that's just me. Cool. Okay, so we are doing something new now. No, we're not. That comes later.
No.
Cool.
Yep.
So this is just the summary. This is the summary of the top drivers, most valuable drivers.
Mm-hmm. And this is comparing to the previous MVI video.
Yeah, so this
the
is...
previous tour.
Okay, so this is... But it takes into account the past 7 tours.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. So we're taking a look at all of the percentage points that each item gets and adding them all up. And then also showing how many times that each one has been featured or been available to vote for.
Yep. So if it's white, it means over the course since last one, it did not move its place in rank. If it's green, it means that it has leveled up. So it was at 2 or 3, or it was at 3 or 4, and now it's at 2 or 3. And if it's yellow, it means It
means that it wasn't available this tour, and so it didn't get any votes. But instead of saying that it went down, it was a red, because there are some that have red text. It just means it kind of stalled a little bit. So if it did go down, it's just because
yellow means it was bitched.
It wasn't available. Yeah. So for example, with Gegshi, he had 20.36 points last time. And I think it was that one course that he had that 64%.
Yeah.
So he jumped up another 6 points.
That's impressive.
Kamek moved down from number 2 to number 4. Charging Chuck went up from 3 to 2. Luigi Vacation. So for some reason I have this bookmark in my head.
Okay. 2
MVIs ago, he broke into the top 10. He was number 10.
Okay.
And then last MVI, he was number 5 with 16.3 points. And now he's number 3 with 19.48 points.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So he's a really good one. For some reason... Okay, so here's the thing, is I'm thinking that these these characters that come out during city tours...
Yep.
I think we all have a sour taste in our mouth, because it's no, it's a new character that has so many city courses that start out, but then they end up getting really good buffs.
They get really good buffs down the road.
Right?
Yep.
Already Rosalina Volendam is on there.
Oh my goodness. Guys, I love her.
So Pink Shy Guy Ninja, he was in 6th place last time with 12.9 points, and then was in ranked this time, and stayed in 6th place with 13.2.
Yeah. Cool.
So, and you can see that looks like Charging Chuck has been used the most.
Yeah.
9 times.
He's been available 9 times to select if you had him.
Yep.
Which is awesome.
And ranked ever since the Sky Tour.
Yep.
Okay, so if it's 7 tours.
Yep.
And there's 6 total.
Oh, so 42.
Okay.
I get what you're saying.
So
what you're saying.
There's 42 total.
Okay. So you're telling me that half the time there's no top shelf that's making the cut. So half of the races there are people in the community who don't have a top shelf.
Yep, driver.
For the drivers, it changes.
Yep.
Moving on.
And then we go to the Karts and Gliders, where the number 1 spot for Karts is no top shelf.
Yep.
So 26 of all of the races, it's been available, and we got 29 points essentially.
Yep.
But then the Combo Cruiser, it stayed in 2nd place. It went from 14.2 points to 16.14. Yellow Off-Roader, so it stayed in 3rd place with the 12.35. The White Bruiser came out of nowhere.
Yep.
10.
It was because it was a triple feature? Double feature?
Yeah. And then Sakura Hop Rod.
That's cool.
And then we have these other ones that weren't featured in ranked at all, but because when they were featured in ranked during these other tours, they scored so high.
Yeah, and everybody else is just not having a top shelf, so there's not much competition.
And so all of these didn't receive any votes, but they're still in the top 10. So Red Bee Dasher, Cupid's Arrow, Gold Egg, Tanuki Cart, Black Dozer.
Yeah. Which tells me either buffs for karts aren't that great, or more likely there's a majority of us who don't pull as frequently for karts as we do for drivers, which makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Okay, moving on.
And then we have the gliders. And the gliders, number one is no top shelf.
Yep.
31.25 points. And then Starry Great Sail, 8-Bit Mushroom. So 8-Bit Mushroom went from 3rd.
Yep.
But went down to 4th because it wasn't in ranked at all this tour. Black Great Sail. Let's see here. It was at 11.93.
Okay.
And now is at 14.51. Dry Browser Umbrella is up there. Golden Wings. And then we have the Wonderful Wings down here.
Your favorite.
So...
Tell us about this.
The Wonderful Wings, you'll notice here that it has this yellow box around the number of times that it's been available to be used since the Sky Tour. Now granted, the Wonderful Wings came out in the Sky Tour.
Yep.
But it's the first item in all of our surveys that has been... It's not even like a popularity thing.
No.
As far as like people voting for it, this is sheerly how many times Nintendo has put items in ranked since the Sky Tour, and the Wonderful Wings is the first one to break 10.
So here's the fascinating thing about this is remember when we did that hard math a second ago? 11 out of 42. That means it's having over a 25% appearance rate if my brain is doing math.
26.2% appearance rate.
That blows my mind.
Yep. Which is the highest appearance rate of all the gliders. So what I did was I took a look, because a lot of these, a lot of these gliders were available before.
Yeah.
So they've been available since, obviously, the Sky Tour.
Yeah.
But some of them have been, especially like karts and drivers.
Yeah.
They were available afterwards. So I was curious, because this is exactly, like this was the thing that I was excited about. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's like the first one to break double digits, but doesn't have a bias because it's been like a new thing for like the time that we've been doing these surveys, right?
But here's the fascinating thing about it. So here's my question. Okay, here's my question for you. I don't want everyone to see this and be like, oh my gosh, Wonderful Wings is hand down the best investment. Let's go chase it. That might be the conclusion. Or my question is for you. Do you think it's going to see a lot more appearances, or do you think that it was just appearance heavy in the earlier years of its life?
In the earlier tours?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is interesting because it's been used 11 times, but if you'll notice, it has points of 11 points, which means
not
on
many people
average,
live for it.
It's only gotten 1 point,
Meaning
which is 10% of the people it's only been used 10% of the time on average when
by
it's
the
been
community,
used,
but it's appeared a lot.
Right. So here's the thing that I'm wondering is, I'm sure Nintendo, obviously they have way more data on this.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm wondering if they don't
favor ones that people aren't using.
Favor things, that are A, hard to get, and B, hard to level up.
Yep.
People aren't leveling up. And so if you do, see, so that's like the whole trick of this game, right? Is to guess which items are going to be in ranked a lot, but not used a lot.
I'm curious if the magnifying glass, the one that I didn't even know was named funny. Mm-hmm. I wonder if that one climbs, because I think that's one that not many people pulled for.
So, good point. I think the thing is there's two different categories of when items come to the game. Some of them, they come in pipes.
Okay.
Other of them come only in banners.
Okay.
And the Wonderful Wings was a banner glider.
Oh, was it?
And so...
It wasn't in a pipe?
Nope.
Huh.
It wasn't till like 3 or 4, maybe 5 tours later when it came in a special pipe. And then I think this tour that we're in currently, it actually got added as a normal to the all clear pipe and just the normal pipe.
So Mario is favoring those who spent some money that week.
Right?
Yeah.
So...
Interesting.
Yeah. So... What I want to do, though, is I want to go back. Can we go back to the karts, though?
Yeah.
Because when you do the same math and figure out, well, how many times is an item been available since it's been introduced to the game.
Yeah.
If it's been new since the Sky Tour.
Yeah.
What is its percentage of being rostered in ranked? The White Bruiser has been rostered 25% of the time, which is the most out of all the carts. Like, I'm looking down
25% of the time, but it's only been 3 opportunities to do so.
Right. So it's been in a total of 12 courses.
Okay.
And 3 of them it's been rostered.
Yeah.
And so it's had a 25% appearance rate.
Interesting.
So now let's go back to drivers, because now this one, Rosalina Volendam, she debuted in the Amsterdam Tour.
So she's been in how many tours?
I think 3 tours.
Okay, 3 tours. And how many did she have the option to be in?
So she's been in 7.
Okay.
And so she has a rostered appearance rate of 39%.
Wow. Rosalina Bade, yeah.
So yeah, like, it's no secret, or it's no coincidence that the people that did get her and have invested heavily in her have been, like, reaping the fruits of wealth.
All right, let's move on.
All right. So then, when I was doing all of this, looking back at the different courses that have been available, I noticed that... Cue next slide.
Okay. That
Wario Shipyard RT has been in ranked twice since we've been doing these surveys.
Okay.
It was in week 2 of the Samurai Tour and week 2 in the Peach versus Bowser Tour.
Okay.
So I was like, I wonder what the... I mean, so we send this survey out to, like, all these different platforms, and we kind of get, like, whoever ends up participating. And we don't get, like, email addresses or, it's completely anonymous.
Oh, totally.
And so I was just curious to see how consistent, I guess,
Yeah.
or inconsistent that were the items that were voted for Driver, Kart, and Glider in the Samurai Tour versus the Peach versus Bowser Tour.
Yeah.
So we can see here, look at this, Charging Chuck, 35.1 versus 35.6%.
Yep, in the Samurai Week, that was probably when he was released, huh?
No, so Charging Chuck was the LA Tour.
Yep, you're right.
So he had been around. And then Mario Satellaview.
Yep.
Like, so this kind of gives me, like, as a data guy, you always kind of want to, like, make sure that your data, like, has some good validation.
Absolutely.
This is, in a way, kind of showing that at least we have, like, consistent
participation
and like the numbers are good, and that we're kind of getting, like, good feedback. I mean, it'd be weird if Charging Chuck was, like, number 1 in 1 week and then, like, number 9 in another week,
or, like,
right?
no top shelf climbed. This time it dropped because you're able to get more inventory, and that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, so the carts. Sakura Hop Rod. There you go.
Yeah, so you'll notice, though, that when the Sakura Hop Rod came to the game, that no top shelf was more voted for. It tied.
Yeah.
And then the second time around, no top shelf dropped down to number 3. So.
Look at Jukebox Buggy Climb, but that's because it was available in a pack.
It came in some packs since the Samurai Tour. Yeah.
And this was a triple feature this tour, so it would make sense that people like that. Makes total sense to me, that behavior.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And so only 8 carts for the first time around versus there's more carts that got buffed and got it.
We're starting to see that people, like, don't like the brooms very much because they're leveling things up higher than it.
Oh, yeah, the Star Broom?
With that tiny little hitbox it has.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
It's fascinating.
It's a good little tidbit there. I like that.
Yeah. All right, and then the gliders.
Yeah.
Wonderful Wings.
So, in the Samurai Tour, Wonderful Wings was at 13.5.
Yeah.
Or like 1.3 points, but 13.5% voted. And then it was available in the special pipe.
Yep.
And now it's also available in like the just normal pipes.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see it now tie the ship's wheel.
Yeah.
That was at 25% usage.
So Gold Eggshell Glider, was it released after this, or?
So that was the Yoshi.
Yeah, that came out. Okay, yeah. So it came out after this because it wasn't.
Yep,
an option.
because it was
Okay.
Samurai, and then it was Yoshi. Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
That's cool.
And so, yep, No Top Shelf went from 3rd down to 5th.
Yep.
So it's good to see that people are getting
Yeah.
things in their inventory to help them along the second time that it comes around.
For sure.
And now, the very last slide that we have.
I mean, I made the slideshow. I should know this, but like I
There
think
are lots of slides.
yeah.
So, what I've started to do, that I did in the middle of last tour's MVI, so we only had one set of data, but now going forward, we're going to have 2 weeks worth of what tier were you in when you took the survey. So here we can see, I guess, just kind of how many people were in what tiers.
And also, huge shout out, when we did this last time, we actually had a glitch in our software where we were reporting it. So for the people who pointed it out to us and were like, hey, but I'm this tier and it didn't document it, thank you for pointing it out to us. It's been fixed and it should be accurate now. But if you see, if you're in a certain tier and you're like, that doesn't make sense, let us know because we're learning.
It had shown that there was nobody that had voted in like the tiers 1 through 40.
Yep.
And that was a glitch that I didn't understand.
Yep. We fixed it.
But then I fixed it, and so now we've got some people that are in 1 through 40.
Yeah, so there were 3 last time and 8. Is that an 8? Yeah, 8 this time.
Yeah. All right, so I know this slide's kind of busy, and that the numbers are a little bit small, but I think the takeaways here are that from tiers like 1 through 60 in the Peach Cup, 36% of the people that voted were in those tiers, and so then 64% were in tiers 61 through 80.
Yep.
And then for the Bowser Cup, it was like pretty much a 50-50 split.
Yeah.
So we do have different people that are, coming in and out of,
doing the survey.
And doing the survey.
We're also going to try to market it a lot better than we have in the past, and so we should be getting more data in the future.
Yeah. But I think it's going to be interesting to see, like tour after tour, how many people kind of start stacking up into the 80.
Yep.
And if it starts getting, into like the teens and 20s.
Yeah.
Like how we see like 41 through 50, 56 through 60 and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, well, this was fun. Thank you once again for doing all the data and all the hard work.
Yeah, thanks so much for putting all these slides together.
Yeah, of course. It's a blast. If you guys have yet to fill out this week's, go to frenzyfans.com MVI. And if you guys are still here, if you would be so kind as to hit the like button and give us a comment, it really helps the video get out to more people. So let us know something fun in the comments. Yep.
Yep. So thanks everyone for joining us. And until the next episode, may the frenzies be forever in your favor.
See you guys later.